Once upon a time, I thought science had well proven the ancient ages of the universe and Earth, and I had followed the popular culture into wedding Genesis 1 with Big Bang cosmology. Since then, I've become a science teacher and a young Earth creationist. Also, according to Facebook, Genesis 1 and the Big Bang have split up. Relationship status, it's complicated. I suspect the marriage was never legitimate in the first place. Big Bang was merely looking for a green card. I think he needs to move out of the church. Of course, one of the big questions everyone has about the creation account as given in Genesis 1 is, how long were those days of creation? On the surface, this seems like a very silly question. They were a day long. That's why they were called a day. Seriously, go read Genesis 1. It's really redundant about making this point. And there was evening and there was morning the first day. And there was evening and there was morning the second day. And there was evening and there was morning the third day. Over and over with this language. Why would anyone question the fact that Creation Week was a week long? It all started in the 1700s. Cynical atheist philosophers had begun to attack the church. Following the popular atheism of the day came atheist scientists. I put that word in quotes because many of them were not actual scientists. Charles Lyell, who sought to disprove the Genesis account with geology, was actually a lawyer. Charles Chuck D. Darwin only had a degree in theology. But the two of them had the only thing that matters to a lot of people these days, a cynical disdain for the Bible. Once Lyell's work became popular and Darwin's work built the slow, gradual development of life on that long history, everyone just kind of went with it. The atheists, of course, were all,
finally, a way of burying Genesis and getting rid of the need for God to explain what we observe in geology and biology.
And the church was all, oh, science says so? Well, I suppose science would never lie to us. Science has such a kind face and has done so many nice things for us. Let's just pretend that the days in Genesis can mean, oh, something else, like really, really long days. Nobody has to be wrong here. Deep time was quickly put into textbooks and taught simply as scientific fact. And then when the Big Bang model came along a few decades later, much of the American church just said, maybe we should just stop reading Genesis altogether. A few decades later, people like Ken Ham and Dwayne Gish came along and said, are you kidding? This stuff isn't even science. When you look at the data, and not the atheistic interpretations of the data, Genesis stands up as tall and proud as she ever did. And then other Christians started calling them divisive. Apparently, trying to use science and reason to show that the Bible is true is more than some Christians can tolerate from other Christians. All of this to say, the reason people started questioning how long the days of Creation Week were is not because we suddenly gained a better understanding of Hebrew, or because we found older Bible manuscripts that showed it shouldn't say day, but because the church didn't want to look stupid in front of her friends. They were told that science proved the earth to be billions of years old, which meant, obviously, Genesis couldn't possibly mean what it says. But we need to keep in mind that deep time was not discovered by science, it was invented by atheists, and then got a, hello, my name is science sticker slapped onto it. Good grief, some people still believe that sticker. It's really sad how much some people really, really believe that sticker above all else. But I digress. The short version is, deep time and evolution are not the result of scientific discoveries, but are fictional inventions forced onto science by atheism, the way you might force a tutu onto a chimpanzee. As this series continues, I'll go into the science in detail. In the meantime, check out the resources at A Bit of Orange Academy. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and remember, Jesus loves you.